It's a good morning. Good morning, Government Technology Center.
Good morning, Mr. Jones. Amegashie-Viglo.
Yes, thank you for pronouncing my name properly.
Yes.
It's a very important thing.
Yeah.
So, oh, are you sure?
I have to. It's not up to. It's okay.
Well,
Hello.
we'll discuss that later. We'll discuss that later. So, as you know, today we'll be talking about, first of all, is there anyone here who does not understand English?
I can be your translator.
Yes, so I have a translator here in case of incasity.
Yeah.
Because due to future records, the lesson will have to be done in English. So those of you who do not really understand the language very well, our translator will do her job after the lecture. So take note of that. So if you don't understand, just be giving me till we end. Okay. So today's lecture is dedicated to all of you for a reason. Why? Because as youth who are venturing into entrepreneurship, communication is a tool that you cannot ignore. Why am I saying so? Because you have to speak with your customers before you can get business. If you want more business, it is still through communication. You have to market your business through communication. And even after that, managing your customers is still about communication. And even after that, to teach someone to understand is still communication. For madam to teach you to understand has to do with her brilliant communication skills. If her communication is not clear, you'll be here 30 years if you still don't know how to say anything. And you know, communication is not just verbal. We have oral communication. We have gestures. We call it gesticulation. We have communication through body movements. And then the most popular movements for ladies, eye communications, the rollover eyes. What does the rollover eye mean? If a woman rotates her eye, what exactly does it mean? I'm not a woman, so I want to hear from the horse's own mouth. What does it mean to rotate your eye? What is the communication? What message are you trying to send? Who wants to speak on it? Let me give you the mic. Or I should choose someone. Who is a bad girl here? Bad girls are very good at rolling eyes. All of you are looking innocent. It depends. Okay, so tell me, you are not a bad girl, please. For the record, she's not a bad girl. But what does it mean for a lady to rotate her eye 360?
Maybe let's say um let me speak everything.
Oh, feel free, feel free, feel free.
In case of whoever crash, I can actually do like this. You understand? And that's what I know.
I still don't understand though, but she understands. Please, can someone further clarify it?
Uh, okay, let me take it to our parents. Maybe me tefede lamedome and you did something your parents cannot tell you over there to stop what you are doing. She can give you a sign of that, which means you have to stop what you are doing.
Oh, okay. So it's more like essential. It's a caution to reprimand you to be of good character and better do the right thing. So should I take the 360 rollover eyes as be in line, be in choir? Is that the meaning?
Yeah.
Or it also means I don't care?
Oh no.
It doesn't mean I don't care.
No. It depends. Like nobody. When you have my go.
Oh, okay. So now that comes, this thing that we have done right now is to bring one particular point about communication. When the person you have to communicate to does not understand the language, communication is futile. Communication is unsuccessful. Communication is what? It's a failure. Eyata, for someone to teach you to understand, you also have to be able to decode the message. Asegomebe, this means one, not, I wanted to say atitotwe, but it's not atitotwe. Yes. The person has to understand that when you say this, it means come, not run away. Yes. So today's lecture being on communication is all for us to understand the rules and engagements based on communication. As I told you, this is an unscripted presentation. I have not drafted anything to say. So it's just coming all from my mind. Now, why have I come with an unscripted presentation? Because ndale ohiame nagasroche. Now you see, nyafe dokere, you can't be doing scripted communication. And over kota, you have to respond. When the issue comes within the twinkle of an eye, you have to think of something to say, how to communicate it and deliver it on the spot. Nyafedo, it's not like the one that you go to AI. AI, how do I say if a customer is angry about a style I've done? Then AI will tell you respond before you respond. No, 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 no. Your communication is as scripted. And how do we do excellent and scripted communication? It's about the intellect, the mind, the brain. You don't need a high IQ to communicate very well and scriptably. It's all about understanding the circumstance. Nukele Jojolefimi, who you are coming to communicate to, what is going on, what the issue is. And now the solution, you first need to agree in your brain in the shortest possible time. Number one, Amieva, and the person seems to be annoyed before coming. And the person didn't really get annoyed because what you sew does not fit her. Person got annoyed because of someone annoyed her at work before your own has come to act. Before your own has come to act, you have to be able to read the communication within a twinkle of an eye when you see the person and respond straight. So such a person, how do you do? Such a situation that the person is already annoyed before coming and your issue is just a top up. How do you do? I just want to know what you have to do. Because this one, you don't have time to come and ask AI, what do I do when the person is angry at my team and then another thing before coming? You don't have that time to think. You cool her down. Okay, that's a good suggestion.
You welcome her cheerfully.
Cheerfully.
In a happy way. You see, sometimes when someone is angry, you approach her in a happy way, how you talk to the person can even calm down.
Yes.
Yes, that's how.
Yes. You're all getting the gist. Now I'm going to add this thing, humor. All of you know that I have quite a good sense of humor. And it adds in my communication as a communicator. Now we are every time ko nkume apasese yonkume sigbekola, you are just very serious. You are going to have difficulty communicating because to cool some people down is to get them to cheer up. They will be like Charlie Nyakele Jojo Nyale serious but neko the divided demekola. It's like the person is able to just enter the situation. Now so if you don't have a good sense of humor, lesson number one, you have to start looking at developing some sense of humor in order to better communicate. Because if you have sense of humor, it's not only attending to your customers that you use it for, you also use it when teaching your own students, you also use it when communicating with customers, you also use it when you are being asked to go and teach someone or come and address a group of people. You also use it when they ask you to come and, I don't know, maybe you are doing MC, then you're MC door. But then if your MC does not have sense of humor, the entire program becomes very boring. You use it even in your relationship. When you there, you are always serious. You don't crack any joke. They never have a diplomatic relationship. So you are a very, very serious relationship. Sense of humor is very important in everyday life. It adds on to communication because no matter how serious the other person is, A little sense of humor can cool down tensions and reduce the possibility of fights erupting. So you need a sense of humor. Now, Amwagabia, and Korea said, scripted. That one has to come by knowledge in the sense that once in a blue moon, or watch some jokes, watch a funny thing. And when you watch these things, me labe, we have been made in a way that you pick from learning subconsciously. So if you watch jokes, you watch funny jokes, you watch comedies, and then this KJT versus Makola things small once in a blue moon electrode, you just pick up how they are doing it. And atobe anodo dole ome small small. Sometimes you have to be intentional about making people laugh. So although you might be a bad joke cracker or a very bad comedian, one day you'll be good. Be trying it among your colleagues. You crack a bad joke, wako gakala, one day you'll be good at it. And when you are able to reach the level that subconsciously you give good jokes, then atobela communication will become better. Because anytime you are around, the environment will be lively. As you know, one of the people with good sense of humor is our sister here, aka Ajako Small number 2. Yes, you all know that she has good sense of humor. It is not because she is foolish, because Nyenton Tokra, in some particular environments, I don't act serious. It looks like I joke a lot. But when they see me doing serious, I go, hey, I didn't know say this man is that serious. Oh. It's because I choose to upscale my sense of humor in that particular community. And when it is time for me to be serious, I'll be serious. Because I don't like bad energy. I don't like negative energy. I don't like too serious moods. So even in my group, we held a program last week Sunday. At the program when I was even emceeing, I was cracking some jokes. And you know what one white man came to tell me? He was like, all the other people were serious. But for me, because of the jokes I was cracking during the program was lively. And I was like, oh yeah, it's true, yeah. Yeah. Although that was what I wanted. I didn't want the place to be boring. So when my colleagues were so serious, they'll come to the pulpit, I needed to make a difference. Yes. The fact of the matter is that some of you here will be doing presentations. They will call you to come and teach a group of students how to do things. And then if throughout the entire teaching you don't crack any joke, you'll be the most boring madam ever to have taught them. So you have to learn it. Sense of humor, you have to learn it. And you learn from watching others. So that's why I'm saying watch some jokes and learn from it. Okay. Now, number 2, communication, as I've stated. Enyama amene segume. But it doesn't mean every time, Kola, you are always obsessed about no segume. You yourself, you lose your message. Because if you are always focused on the people understanding, you lose focus on your message itself. Communication is to transfer a particular message. The message has to be certain before you put it into the medium of communication. Medium of communication. How exactly the message you get to the person. If it is a WhatsApp message, if it is oral or verbal or gesture, gesticulation, the message has to be certain. One of the rules of communication is that make the message short. Why am I saying so? If the message is not short, you will have problem communicating it. So even before you speak, the agenda is that enyanto meneko, no short. Tene blekola, by all means, for the person to understand, you have to add some spices and stuff. So I feel what's going. Okay, no message me short and concise and clear. Le ofe time afi ejeglo. That is why you come and be beating around the bush. Akob aglonyala mi be mesegumo. Aga gbademeke. Aba no kaka na nyakula. Won't cry bule nyame. It's because the message has not been clear since the brain. Oh. That is the issue some people have with communication. Enyala ata na ofe time. But even before you say it, the message has to be certain in their head. Okay, by the time Ekbelekola, after you add the touches, still Mejiji too much. Mejiji too much. So, Eyata, some people recommend Benebe Yafunla, Megachiji, don't be in a rush to speak. Because when you speak in a rush, you have little time to think of the message, change it before communicating it. One of the men of God who don't rush when speaking are TB Joshua. Those of you who don't like TB Joshua, I'll use another example. Chris, is it Okala or Okale? You know that one? Nko mechi tanyemo. Chris. Nko emi Pastor Chris. Ache mechi eji now the preaching. No. Yes, he doesn't rush when preaching because even preaching, I will not say this. I wanted to say it, but when the pastor is rushing and being over dramatic with the preaching, the listeners have little time to decode and understand the message. But when you are relaxed and you are giving your message, SLR they have adequate time to decode the message and then ask more. So the solution to effective communication is after being certain, relax when communicating so that the message can come out after the thought process. Our brain is very powerful. So when you give it adequate time, the message will come out. As much as possible, if you do it so, you reduce the tendency of saying, this DJ scratches. You reduce the tendency of using these things in communication. I don't know how many times I've said in my presentation this morning, but I am sure you didn't hear it so much or even at all. Why? Number one, although I haven't scripted my presentation, I have knowledge of the presentation because I've done it before. And because I'm relaxing in doing the presentation, I've had adequate time to change it and say it to you, reducing the tendency of me saying Okay, that's it. Number three, the mood of communication. Mood of communication, this one is subjective. It's not objective. Let me first clarify what I mean by subjective and objective. Number objective day. If the facts are clear, we all know that this thing is white or a tint of white. We all know that this bulb is white. No one is in doubt that it is blue. White here, which means this particular item subjectively is white. Okay, but if it comes to objectively, objective means the facts are clear. But when it comes to subjective, it means the facts are not clear. So it depends on how you say it. For instance, someone will come and ask, how tall are you? You yourself, you don't even know how tall you are. I also don't know. So it is subjective for you to tell us how tall you are. That is the difference between objective and subjective. The color of this bulb is objective because we know it is white. By your eyes, we don't know, you also don't know. It is objective. It is subjective. It is subjective. Okay. Now, mode of communication depends on the fact at hand. Na miapete minya nyatefieri, and you read that this matter is objective because we all know the truth. You are left with no option than to just flow with the truth in communication. Unless it is a joke, and you have to read the mood of the house and create a full mood that it is a joke. How do we read the motion that what we are saying is a joke? Like when I came here and I said she's Ajako number 2, I was smiling a little bit, doing a little bit gestures. If you may now evidence bella a kokodimele. But assuming I came here, Ajako number 2, and I'm looking so serious. Whilst we all know she's not Ajako, I bring the situation of what? Uncertainty and confusion. That is why I'm talking about the mode of the what last did I say? Yes, the mode of communication, reading the movement and then how to best communicate it. So on a matter that is objective and you want to make it a joke, you need to make it that obvious that it is a joke by your smiles and then your all these things. Now, the reason why I've brought this thing is attending to customers. The customer has come. Hector Jikwa favor and Wochemesio. So he is coming, she is coming to release the anger on you. How do you receive the person? So, Amianaba, come. Come la. So you are coming angry. Just eh? Eh? Oh, madam, oh, look here. Oh, megavola. What you take what you kuna megavola? Me denga kikomela megavola. Menya chejo le kakeri. Everybody has been a very terrible day for me. Kake, I assure you, nyaki anyadi megavola krala. So in doing so, you are trying to like throw mood. Eto jukwa favor gakela. Eleke kwe play some little gimmicks of jokes la. How reduce o tension? But number one. Ome rush ome hit ìpìlẹ̀ that same tension kọ́kọ́ ke ẹ̀yàn tó wá fi bẹ̀ náà maybe ma relax ma sẹ̀ ìfẹ̀yìn àgbọ̀ kẹ́yìn tí ma dẹ̀yìn àmì náà. Because number one náà mi ẹ̀tọ́ jù kọ́ fi bala what a man of the one very well o. Because anger always shadows logic. Náà mi ẹ̀tọ́ jù kọ́ fi bala. Is anyone who is angry forgets about logic. So before you can better deal with any matter, anger must not be there. And humor can cool it down. Because now it's like two fools trying to argue a matter. So before atteindre de enyake gomene, kaya chene deto gomena ola. The person's tension must reduce. And the fastest way of reducing tension is through sense of humor. Because nebe ya ajo amie bene cool down, ajo kaka jikwaga no mieme. But you don't have that time. A dollar jiwe. It's after one hour manager bene cool down. I can tell touch kuba ivamele me deny you. You touch cool if me deny you. Tanek pam ye go pak with some small joke or crack me ko ashe ko mi ko cool down. You have saved yourself time, you have saved yourself embarrassment. Kaya antola no jola oh, I'm a madam kila me touch ku kela I receive him fine me ko video kola odenya me gomena menche me detono gomene. That's the thing. So sense of humor and communication are coming into it. You have read the person's mood. You have read the person's mood. Now, in ending this particular lecture, I want to add on with one particular issue, which is gesticulation. Gesticulation. Gesticulation is just the act of using the arm and the body when speaking. That is gesticulation. To gesticulate is how you use your arms and face and body movement when speaking. Now, that part of communication is not always relevant in communication. Because assuming you have come to a place that the podium is big, Wintokran is smaller. However you do your arms, no one will see it. But at where you don't have any podium or any pulpit, it is just free range like this. Gesticulation is very important. Gesticulation on most occasions comes natural and your subconscious mind does it to follow what you are saying. But some people learn it along the way. Like myself, I didn't really have any mode of gesticulation. But having watched a lot of public speakers, I learned one. Amado Toche, anytime they are speaking, they are only giving one type of gesticulation. Like one of my lecturers, anytime he's speaking, he's always doing like this. And that's the only gesticulation he does. And to be frank with you, it's quite boring. Because in the circle, it becomes boring sometimes. And why am I saying so? Sometimes they listen to you with the ear. But what are they watching? It's you yourself. They can't watch your words, but only see your movement. That is why gesticulation is important to number one. You are giving them something to see. When your gesticulation is good, seeing you does not become boring. It becomes attractive. And then is just catchy. But if you don't gesticulate when speaking, the people will be forced to be looking elsewhere. Because at every time the eye wants to be seeing something. So when there is no action happening, it is forced to search around to see any action. That is why gesticulation is important. For those of you here, if I asked you of your gesticulation model, you have not even thought about it before. You have not even thought about how do I speak when how do I gesticulate when I'm speaking. You haven't even thought about it too. But I think it's high time you work on a gesticulation model. I will not recommend any to you. But if you want to learn a gesticulation model, watch more of that person. It can be your pastor. It can be a friend. You like how he acts when he is speaking. Watch more videos of him and you will learn it naturally. Because as human beings, it is what we see that we learn. But if you want to be quick at it, that is where you come. Watch the video. No, but that is if you want to do it fast. But if you want to pick it up naturally, just watch more of that person that you want to learn gesticulation from. Okay, I get it, women. Okay, and even in handling customers, when they come and then our military office so gesticulation still comes into place when handling customers. Gesticulation still comes into place when teaching other people. Madam gesticulates when she's teaching you. Maybe she wants to send the signal that which means that this thing is very important. Pointing and pointing and pointing. All these are gesticulation and it helps. Assuming she teaches and then she's just like a statue, it will be very boring because sometimes not only gesticulation may assist to learn. People find it difficult to connect the word to reality. So it still helps. And you have to be intentional about gesticulation when you are teaching. Those of your teachers that know Vanufiafeko, they are just at one place, they don't write, they don't do anything. Their teaching is very, very boring. So gesticulation as part of communication is still very important. And to add on to it, if you want to reduce the work of gesticulation, wear something very attractive. Because the eye, as I said, is always looking for something to see. So when you have worn something that is attractive and busy, even if you are not gesticulating so much, the people still have something to see. And that is how I tell speakers of parliament bella, ofe robe, the robe has to be attractive. Because now robe mele attractive wola, ke amio, the attention cannot be focused on you as a speaker. And me speakers of parliament to dona gamie. The reason is because they want the members' attention to be on them. Ta offer wo gold no nanu, and gold la like a beam na, and that beaming attracts their eyes to be on the speaker. Eyata dona gaunda. It is not because of the fanfare, because you want people's attention to be on you. Eyata nyentokrala, in doing all these ropes, Madam knows I have been very, very peculiar about the design, the color, and then all those things because the rope has to be attractive. Tana rope emele attractive ola, ke nade kemele amiono to. So our two special ropes, Omi Wain, Emi Wafle Kinkiela, last two Sunday, Hemi Zela, even in Tonometo video, like, it has been so attractive to me. It's so catchy that I could spend like 5 minutes just watching the picture because what? The entire robe is very busy. I have a lot of things to look at. That is why I'm saying that if you cannot gesticulate so much and you are going for a presentation, wear something that is busy. Then the people have a lot to see apart from what you are saying and how you are moving your arms. Which means what you wear is very important. What you wear is very important in communication because you are addressed by how you dress. You are addressed by how you dress. So what you wear is important in communication. So when you are going for a program and they invite you for a program and you know you speak, you can't just wear anything. You have to wear something that can keep attention on you. And as you work on your other communication styles, you get better at it and you'll be a better communicator. Remember, to speak is to communicate. If the people don't understand what you are communicating, then communication has failed. Then it's better to have not even listened to you at all. If you are coming to speak and mass enyake head gomo, it is better to have not even listened to you. So that brings us to the end of today's presentation. Thank you very much, and I'm Jones Amegashie-Viglo once again. Akpe. Question time. I've said a lot of things, eh? Yes, but I'm sure you have a question.
And then when you have a question, they say what they meant.
Okay.
And before then, I want to ask a question. Hello, Mesebe, teachers, when they are coming to teach, they shouldn't dress to extend that the student will just be looking at them. They should be simple so that when they are teaching, the children can focus on what they are teaching, not on their dresses. Is it true?
Yes, I would say in pedagogy, pedagogy is the art of teaching. It's a professional studies. In pedagogy, they recommend that teachers should not overdress because assuming you are coming to choose something simple, the student cannot even listen to you again. They will just be obsessed with what you are wearing and they don't understand anything. So don't overdress, don't underdress too. Just dress okay enough that you can still get attention on you and they'll still understand what you are saying. Yes, so that is the answer to the question. Do you have another question?
It's okay for the meantime.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Please, in case a customer is here right now with like the person is angry, we've tried our best to calm the person down, but still she's still angry. What are we going to do about that?
Um
Irene Abasi.
You have tried your best. This question is subjective in the sense that I don't know what your best is, because some of us, we have different ways of cooling people down apart from humor. Sometimes na mi le tense la, ema mi ne noi mi naichi, then no ne cool down. Akena mi me le tense do kutoji kuyi. You just allow the person to speak and you give the person the hearing that he wants. Amelo, they just want to speak. Kena for unu vokola, ke eyanto tension cool down. Ke mi donyado. There are 1,000 ways of killing a cat. Because never gonna kill a ojiji. It's not going to cool down. So I'm gonna read the cover this one there. Okay, you just allow the person to speak. Not blow your pete. Cannot blow oh tension adidi. The person will not remember anything he has said. Because egg bullet jiku. The hell jiku didi body. O tawa dozen. Now me attention. You get it? So there are 1,000 ways of killing a cat. So if that best didn't work, we try another best. Yes. Questions? Questions? If you don't have questions, then we'll go to what you have learned from today's lesson. Okay.
Question on what we have learned. Question on what we learned.
Question.
Question is your name first.
Akotolusi. Please, I want to ask. Like me, I'm a shy person, so I don't know how to speak in public. How will I go about it?
Thank you very much. I also planned that today I'll teach how to speak in public, but that would make my lecture very long. That was why I decided to limit it to communication. But since she has asked, I'll give you a short tip. Speaking in public day, it comes not with a whole Wikipedia, but there are some few tricks that if you get it, you will not be scared in speaking in public. Now, number one, amedesia de lela, na enya amekele nupuna, you can freely express yourself. Akana menya amekewele nupuna, kefimiya anxiety vanale, because you don't know how to react. You don't know how to react. That is where wabajevo vole. Emefun lekede, would they laugh or not? Alo eleka miahwe. So in public speaking, what we advise is that you speak as if you are speaking to 2 or 3 people that you know among them. In order for you to be confident, you identify a few people you know among them. When they are going to speak to crowd that they don't know, they come with 2 familiar people they know, and they do the presentation that they are doing it to those people. So you create our words to Subela, you are just speaking to Ameya or Nyaleme in order to have your confidence. But at the end, you are speaking to all of them. That's one trick in doing public speaking. Because every fear, you can speak to them without being shy. One phone play, I blow when you pete. Because that is why you become shy. So when we just bring people you know, you flow. Now it is not all the time that you can have people you know among them. That is why another trick that we do is that Atobe and Medel, when they are speaking, they are not watching anyone. You think they are not serious, but it is another trick of doing public speaking. To them, they are speaking to a wall and empty seats and they flow. Alefimi, but they are not seeing you. They are just watching empty seats and the ceiling little. It is because they don't want to be envious. That is not like Adabaje, it's because they need that confidence to speak. So if you want that confidence to speak because you are shy of people, watch the air, watch places where there are no people are, and act as if you are speaking to these empty staffs. You will flow. That's another way of flowing with public speaking. Now, the other way here I more recommend eye, is it eye connection or like eye contact? Thank you very much. People like me, because me when I public speaking every time, we are not envious when we see crowd. Tàmí ọ̀yàrá mi pọ́n náà mẹ́fẹ́ nkúmẹ̀ náà mi lẹ̀ presentation wọn like ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́pọ́n àmẹ́rẹ̀ sẹ́dọ̀ nkúmẹ̀ like 30 times. 30 times. Yes, it is also another way of public speaking. So in order, not that I'm envious, but that is the way I choose to do my public speaking. I do eye contacts. So even at the Sunday program, I'm watching the MPs and then sometimes control a guest or like I'm speaking directly to them. I'm speaking directly to them. So this type of public speaking is authoritative. That's a way of also doing it. Now, if you are someone who is shy, what do you do? If you are shy, what do you do? You need confidence at the end of the day. So what you do is that if you are coming to do a scripted presentation, it is better for you. Taekemide, you are just coming to read. So you should not worry about whether people are there or not. Just come and read your thing. That is how you can do public speaking. Scripted presentation. That is how you can overcome public speaking. Do public speaking with a script. Here, it is not going to be a problem of, it's just easy. You just read the thing. You are in a scripted presentation. Madam will give you the thing to read. It's all about reading the thing. We have another version too, blending script and unscripted. That Amiela points could have. He just has some points over there. That at points that's another way of doing it too. So that you don't dwell away from the point too. And then the one I'm doing right now, unscripted presentation, it is difficult because it is mental notes that you have to do. And the conversation flows as you are going on. That sometimes when you forget what you have, you forget about the things you want to talk about because it is clearly unscripted. But the goal is for you to reach unscripted presentation. So if you are a shy person, do scripted presentation and watch empty desks and ceilings and the paper. Then you can do your presentation. Have I answered the question? Thank you very much. Yes. Any other question? Please feel free and ask. Feel free and ask. Because at the end of this presentation, it has to be easy for you to be able to communicate and do public speaking. If it's not easy for you, then I've just come to waste my time here. And I will tell you, one of the things that Madam and I have done to improve your confidence is even the video that we have been doing of it to be posting. It is not only about garment technology, but about you. How do you earn from that? It improves your confidence. It improves your public image. And that as well will change the narrative people have about you. For them to see that you are on a video somewhere and the video is boosting, then offers to sue about you will start changing. People speak about what they see. So if they don't see anything about you, they don't have anything to reference to. And so if they don't know anything about you, then they don't have anything to reference to. But when they see something, then the brain starts to adjust that, oh, Amayala, the class is changing. Sometimes it's necessary to create a good image about yourself. And Garment Technology Center is not only teaching you about fashion, but it also hopes to enhance your image. That is why the content creation we are doing, you are not only benefiting from the normal dressmaking stuff, but to enhance your image as well. Yes, so whatever we are doing, take it that serious and then it will work well for you. Yes, any other question?
Okay. What's the other question? That's what's the other question? You see, one person. Okay. Let's start with what you want.
So you take the mic and then you say what you learned, and then we're passing it through like that.
Okay. You are to be serious.
Oh no, you do it from where you are. Do it from where you are.
I've learned that as a good communicator or a speaker, you must wear something that is attractive to reduce the gesticulation.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I've learned that always try your best to calm anyone down that comes to your shop with angriness, or the person is angry before coming. You have to calm the person down.
Nkyɛ bɛ customers dɔ vala lɛlɛkɛ ho kpɔdzi la ebe na gbɔdzi da na se nya ke gɔm na se nuke he waƒe wogbɔna kafi na te kpli kpukpre.
Meku nkyɛnse bɛ enyafafe dodo tsi adziku nu. Ta ne ame ɖe he kɔ dziku he kɔ vɛ kɔ ele ke he ƒonu na mi bɔkɔ eya ŋu ya mi tse ebe dzi adze me ɖo.
I've learned that the fastest way of decreasing tension is through a good sense of humor.
I also learned that if you want to give a message to someone, the message has to be short, shouldn't be long.
Nkyɛ mesrɛ bɛ míasrɔ ŋutsu aleke míata ƒo nu le amehawo dome be wòanɔ ele wòadze ameawo ŋuti.
Nkyɛ mesrɔ be ne ele like ele nuƒoƒla me ɖe alo be ele communication with someone la nado awu ke ana be amea ƒe ŋku anɔ wo dzi alo be nawɔ nu ke ana be amea ƒe mind anɔ wo dzi.
I've also learned that we should learn how to develop a sense of humor. I also learned how to communicate with customers when they come around. Even though maybe that time you may be angry, the person too may be angry, but forget about that anger and then welcome that person cheerfully.
I also learned that communication is good in everyday life. So anytime you find yourself in any place, you have to know how to communicate with each other.
I also learned that whenever you want to present something or you are doing public speaking, you have to be using your hand to express what you are saying.
Please, I learned that we should have patience for our customers.
Meku nkyɛ mesrɛ bɛ no nyɛ bɛ ele amedome la ele be na nya leke akɔƒonu na ame ɖe like agbɔdzi da ne woƒe nyagbɔgblɔ agblɔ nya fine ƒe susu be woƒe susu anɔ wɔe manɔ nya gblɔ kabakaba aƒe.
Thank you very, very much. I also learned that during communication, especially when you are going to present a message to people, you need to be doing some things that will make the place lively. Not how to be too serious. Not how to be too serious as if the place is a cemetery. No, you have to create some jokes to make the message lively and the place lively for everybody who is around to enjoy your message. Thank you.
So, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to make this presentation. I'm grateful to all of you, and I wish you the best in your day.
Thank you.